General Hospital spoilers. Josslyn is shot. Carly storms to GH in a panic as Lulu learns she loved a fraud. Port Charles is about to be rocked by another devastating crisis. And this time, Carly Spencer could be facing every parent's worst nightmare. New General Hospital spoilers tease that Josslyn Jax could find herself caught in a terrifying situation that leaves her fighting for her life, sending Carly rushing to General Hospital in absolute panic. At the same time, Lulu Spencer may be forced to confront a painful truth about someone she believed she knew. As secrets unravel and old deceptions come back to haunt her, Lulu could discover that the man she loved was not the person she thought he was. The result, one explosive week that could change several Port Charles families forever. Josslyn's dangerous double life comes back to haunt her. Josslyn has spent months walking an increasingly dangerous line. After the traumatic events surrounding Cyrus and Dex, Josslyn entered a new chapter as a WSB agent. Her decision transformed her from a young woman trying to survive Port Charles chaos into someone actively stepping into the middle of it. That history makes the latest spoiler especially frightening. Josslyn has repeatedly demonstrated that she is willing to put herself in danger if she believes she can protect the people she loves. But her willingness to take risks could finally catch up with her. Current spoilers have Josslyn involved in WSB-related developments, with Brennan continuing to play an important role in her professional life. She is also expected to deal with business matters involving Jasper Jax Enterprises and seek Michael Corintho's help. That combination could create the perfect storm. What if Josslyn's business responsibilities are simply a cover for something much more dangerous? What if someone discovers what she has been doing? And what if Josslyn is targeted before she can tell Carly the truth? Josslyn is shot. The biggest shocker in this spoiler scenario is simple. Josslyn gets shot. The shooting could happen during an assignment, an ambush, or even an unexpected confrontation involving someone connected to her investigation. Josslyn has survived dangerous situations before, but this time could be different. Imagine the scene. Josslyn is moving through a tense situation, believing she has the upper hand. Suddenly, a gunshot rings out. She collapses, leaving everyone around her scrambling to understand what happened. The situation could become even more dramatic if Josslyn initially refuses medical attention. That's classic Josslyn. She has never been the type to sit quietly while other people take control of her life. Even when she's terrified, she tends to push forward. But a gunshot wound would leave her with little choice. And once word reaches Carly, Port Charles will never be the same. Carly storms into General Hospital. Carly Spencer's reaction could easily become one of the emotional highlights of the storyline. Carly has always been fiercely protective of her children, particularly Josslyn. She may argue with her daughter, question her decisions, and become furious when Josslyn keeps secrets, but underneath all of it is a mother's unconditional love. So imagine Carly receiving the phone call. Josslyn has been shot. Those words would stop her cold. Carly wouldn't calmly ask for details. She wouldn't wait for someone to reassure her. She would storm straight to General Hospital. Her first priority would be finding her daughter. Carly could arrive at GH demanding answers from doctors, nurses, and anyone else who gets in her way. She may not even realize how frightened she looks until someone finally tells her that Josslyn is still alive. And even then, Carly won't relax. She will want to know who shot her daughter. More importantly, she will want to know why. Carly could blame herself. One of the most interesting emotional layers could be Carly blaming herself. Carly has spent plenty of time worrying about Josslyn's dangerous choices. She knows her daughter has become involved in situations far beyond what most people her age would ever experience. Carly may wonder whether she should have pushed harder. Should she have stopped Josslyn from becoming involved with the WSB? Should she have demanded answers? Should she have gone after Brennan herself? Those questions could consume her while Josslyn lies in a hospital bed. Carly might even lash out at Sunny, Jason, or Michael, accusing them of allowing Josslyn to get dragged deeper into danger. But Jason may be one of the few people capable of getting through to her. He understands Carly's fear because he knows what it is like to watch someone you love walk directly into danger. Michael could be pulled into the crisis. Michael's involvement could become critical. Recent spoilers already indicate that Josslyn wants Michael's assistance, while Carly is also working to build new alliances. If Josslyn is shot after asking Michael for help, he could immediately feel responsible. Michael may begin retracing his sister's recent movements. Who was she meeting? What was she investigating? Who knew where she would be? And perhaps most importantly, who wanted her dead? Michael could discover that Josslyn was much closer to a dangerous secret than anyone realized. That could put him in the crosshairs, too. Lulu learns she loved a fraud. While Carly fights for her daughter's survival, Lulu could be facing her own emotional catastrophe. The spoiler involving Lulu suggests that she is about to learn something devastating about a man she loved. And the word fraud could have enormous implications. Lulu has always been a character whose romantic relationships have been complicated by secrets, lies, and betrayals. Her history with Dante, Valentin, and others has repeatedly demonstrated how deeply deception can affect her. Now she could discover that someone she trusted was essentially living a lie. The worst part, Lulu may realize that the signs were there all along. The truth could destroy Lulu. Imagine Lulu learning that the man she loved wasn't simply keeping one secret. He was pretending to be someone else. Maybe his identity was false. Maybe his intentions were never romantic. Or perhaps the relationship itself was part of a larger scheme. Whatever the truth is, Lulu could feel humiliated. She may wonder how she failed to see it. Laura could be one of the first people to notice that something is wrong. Instead of letting Lulu isolate herself, Laura may encourage her daughter to face the truth head-on. But Lulu isn't likely to accept the betrayal quietly. She will want answers. And if the fraud is still somewhere in Port Charles, she could go looking for him herself. Could Lulu's story be connected to Josslyn's? This is where things get particularly interesting. Soap operas rarely put two major crises next to each other without eventually finding a connection. Josslyn being shot and Lulu discovering she loved a fraud could initially appear to be separate stories. But what if they aren't? What if the person who deceived Lulu is connected to the same network threatening Josslyn? That possibility could create an enormous umbrella storyline involving secrets, espionage, romance, and revenge. Lulu could unknowingly possess information that Josslyn needs. Josslyn could be investigating people Lulu once trusted. And Carly could discover that her daughter's shooting wasn't random at all. It was targeted. Brennan could know more than he's saying. Brennan remains one of the biggest wild cards in Josslyn's world. Recent spoilers indicate that Brennan is making offers and dealing with matters surrounding Josslyn's professional future. That makes him an obvious suspect whenever Josslyn finds herself in danger. But General Hospital may not make things that simple. Brennan could genuinely want Josslyn protected while simultaneously hiding information from her. He may know who ordered the attack. He may even know why. And if Carly discovers that Brennan knew Josslyn was in danger and failed to warn her, expect fireworks. Carly would not forgive him easily. Josslyn's survival could change her. If Josslyn survives the shooting, and all signs of soap storytelling suggest this could become a major turning point, she may come out of the experience changed. For the first time, she could realize that her choices don't only affect her. They affect Carly, Michael, Jason, Sunny, and everyone who loves her. Josslyn may finally understand why Carly has been so afraid. But survival could also make Josslyn more determined than ever. Rather than walking away from the WSB, she could decide to find the person responsible. That would set up a revenge-driven storyline with enormous potential. Carly won't stop until she gets answers. The hospital scenes could ultimately lead to the biggest confrontation of all. Once Josslyn is stable, Carly won't simply go home. She'll start asking questions. And Carly Spencer is dangerous when someone hurts her family. She could confront Brennan. She could demand answers from Jason. She could pressure Sonny. She could even investigate the shooting herself. The woman who storms into General Hospital in panic could eventually walk out with one goal: find the person who shot her daughter. And whoever pulled that trigger may have made a terrible mistake. A week of secrets, betrayals, and revenge. The potential Josslyn shooting comes at a particularly explosive time in Port Charles. Josslyn is already caught between her WSB career and the expectations surrounding her family's business. Current spoilers point to her dealing with Michael, Brennan, Carly, and other major players during the week of August 1721. Meanwhile, Lulu is headed toward her own emotional reckoning. If she truly discovers that the man she loved was a fraud, her heartbreak could quickly become anger. And anger is often what turns a vulnerable General Hospital character into a dangerous one. The biggest question is whether these stories eventually collide. Will Lulu's discovery help expose the person behind Josslyn's shooting? Will Carly uncover a conspiracy? Will Michael put himself in danger trying to protect his sister? And will Josslyn use her second chance at life to finally walk away from the dangerous world she entered? For now, Port Charles appears to be heading toward another explosive chapter. One thing is certain: if Josslyn is shot, Carly's reaction will be immediate, emotional, and fierce. She won't care about business, politics, or WSB protocol. She'll care about one thing: getting her daughter home alive. And while Carly waits for Josslyn to wake up, Lulu may be forced to confront an entirely different nightmare, realizing that the love she trusted was built on a lie. In Port Charles, one secret can destroy a family. But two secrets